Greg. Mike. Two bandits.
Watching
Bluey.
This episode is called The Weekend.
What up, party people, and welcome to another episode of Two Bandits Watching Bluey. Another. I'm Greg Painter, and with me, as always, is the lovely and talented
Michael Martin.
Hello, sir, and we are here today to talk about The Weekend. And we've talked in the past about when are the tearjerkers going to come? When are those emotional? When's our first big emotional episode coming? Oh, buddy,
You're crying.
Oh, buddy. But before we get to that part, let's talk about what The Weekend is. Again,
Saturday and Sunday.
Gonna leave that pause in there. There's dad jokes on top of dad jokes, and we're a minute in. But this episode is called The Weekend, and from our friends at Wiki Bluey, or Bluey Wiki, one of these days I'll remember.
We'll get it.
At The Weekend, Bluey and Bingo are playing in the garden with their dad, but Bingo gets upset when she discovers a walking leaf insect and calls for her dad, but he is too caught up in the game to notice. So as far as recaps go, that one kind of misses a lot.
That's I would not watch that 2-hour cinema.
Yeah, that's not quite the epic yarn. And again, the episode's called The Weekend. Surprised this one wasn't called Statues.
Yeah,
it's usually the name of what the game is, but it's a lot more than statues. And again, we'll get to kind of what the weekend is, what the day is. But
that would have been way better. When you read that synopsis, it's the last minute of the episode.
To be fair, it's a 7-minute episode of TV.
Well,
but I get what you're saying. But starting out, I mean, oh man, I'm going to say right now, Bingo, Rockstar episode, Bingo.
Okay.
Out the guns. I'm a digger, strong and tough. Beep, beep, beep. Get out of my way.
Right out of the gate.
Oh my gosh. She is the man. She is the man. Even though she's a girl.
She's and it's funny because it's again something that we talked about in Shadowlands, that she's her being herself, being a child, having fun. Don't have to have anybody around me. Just I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna have fun. Look at me.
And
this
when you're that size, everything's a toy, everything's a game. It's just eating cereal. It's just pure joy. Another thing that was pure joy. I was doing prep work. Got to have homework for these podcasts, and watching this with my dear daughter Olivia. She quoted like the first half of this episode to me, so it's clearly a favorite of hers too. She was all about, and again, she's Olivia's our little Bingo. She is the little sister. She is little Miss Creativity. She is little Miss Sensitive, and we'll get there too. But this one pulled at the heartstrings, and a lot of reasons for me.
So is that to dig deep a little bit? Is that a little bit why you're a big Bingo fan? That's
100%, because I can very much see Olivia in Bingo. Emily can have some Bluey qualities, but not quite as not quite as the same as the Bingo Livy similarities that I see. Especially again, both my kids are like exact age of Bingo and Bluey right now, and like this capturing this moment right now, just kind of comparing my daughters to two cartoon dogs wasn't a thing that I thought would be such a one-on-one comparison in my life.
And yet you can't get the gender right.
2 episodes in a row, I got it right. So leave me be. Me be.
I that's where I'm more intrigued as these podcasts go on. Is I want to know more and more the correlation that you see between the two of them, because I just have uno doggo, single dog. It's Spanish for dog. It's just interesting to me for the dichotomy between one child with another child versus having to raise, not having to raise, but just choosing to raise a single child. It's very interesting to me to know how it differentiates in the parental.
It's a whole crazy world.
Holy crap! I just went way stupid heavier than I should have. So cool. Let's talk
It's all good, man.
about this animated television show. That
So it is the weekend.
yes,
And again, speaking of kids, that is a almost. It's not been as much lately, but Livy pretty much every morning is like, "What day is it today, Daddy?"
Yep.
And waiting for that magical day when it's a Saturday and I could say the weekend, and she loses her marbles in excitement. But
no,
Bandit,
don't make that noise, Mike.
after last week, no Bandit, no Bingo. They both came heavy in this episode because they're gonna play this many games, and man.
So I love so many things in that exact moment. God, I'm just gonna cut you off. Every
Go
single
for it,
chance
bro.
I can. Is right out of the gate, Bandit starts playing the drums
Boom,
like a champ, and he's got a cool rhythm to him that just sounds beautiful. It's great.
Kids dancing in the background.
Oh,
Everybody's
my.
having a good time.
Biscuits, he kills it. 2 is when Bingo asks how many games, and she says this many games, and she stretches her arms out. It was such like a kid, like, you want to do that many things. Like it made me so happy. Like
It's just pure joy, pure emotion. Just so good. Another very relatable. The very next thing, not relatable the cricket part of it, but being a dad who just wants to watch a little bit of sports with kids crawling all over you. Could not be more relatable. But I learned a few things.
Okay.
Let's learn together because we always want to learn lessons on this podcast.
Yes, life lessons.
Do you know what an LBW is?
No, and what did Bandit ask? He asked.
Is like how's that an LBW?
Yes.
Yes.
Whoosh, over the head.
LBW stands for leg before wicket. It is
Stoosh.
it is one of the ways in which a batsman can be dismissed in the sport of cricket. So pretty much, if you just have, from the sounds of that, your stance is wrong. It's kind of like sounds like, again, all of our friends in Australia are probably screaming at us, foolish upstate New Yorkers right now.
Hey guys.
But it sounds kind of like leaning into a pitch in baseball.
Okay.
Like if you lean into the pitch to try to purposely get beaned and the ump calls it and then you're out. I think that's where we're following.
Oh.
Also, I'm pretty sure the commentary, when they talked about Boyd and then they showed their uniforms, pretty sure we're talking about Boyd Rankin. Boyd Rankin, who is a batsman.
The mic is yours. The mic is
for
yours. Right now,
the
buddy.
Northern Irish cricket team. 37 years old, from hailing from Londonderry, UK.
Go on.
Big boy, 6'8". You know, don't mess with him.
Never mind.
Exactly.
Yes, you are a
So don't mess
stout
with him.
boy. I apologize.
Way to go,
to
Boyd. But you know, just those, again, the details that they do in this show.
Yes.
Just fun. Just again, a 7-minute show. They just slip in so many just
LWT?
fun. LBW.
LBW.
Leg
Swing
before
and miss.
wicket. Leg before wicket.
I had no chance on that one. Okay.
But we got Dad away from cricket. We got him out. It's time to play statues. Again, what we think this episode should have been named.
Statues. So, like you said a little bit, as fathers of, we enjoy our fantasy football. We enjoy watching our football teams a lot. There's a look that Bandit gives for a split second that he gets it, and he's like, it's dad time, it's okay, and the kids tackle him down, and he's trying to watch a little bit, just a little bit, and then he gets piled down, and he's just like, all right, I give up, all right, it's kid time, that's fine. And it's
And the thing to remember too, and I'm gonna loop back around to this later. Chili's going for a walk. Chili gets back from a walk. This is like 10 minutes.
Pippin on.
This was like 10, 15 minutes. This wasn't like all day's activity. This was a quick little game, and this quick little game affects the entire day. But we'll get back to that.
Yep.
So, playing statues, magic statues, because the lovely shopkeep Bluey pulling a fast one on old Dad, selling a magic statue bingo.
Whoa, it's not magic, is it?
Spoilers. It kind of is. Is.
Okay.
Statue moving around, running around. My favorite thing about statues, and again, bingo all the way, is whenever she moved Bandit recognizes and just the
Yes.
and then the wiggliness, just she breaking character, but everybody just play. She's the 4-year-old. We're gonna play into it. We're gonna let her be. We're gonna let her do. It just pure joy.
Part A to
and
part B.
Super dad. Again, the best dad in the universe. Bandit healer.
Welcome back, Bandit. We missed you last
Missed
episode.
you every day.
We missed you so much.
But Statues ends up going outside. Bingo runs outside, and this is where I have some confusion. And I noticed you when we did our team along watch just a minute ago. You
I really like that team along watch. That's good.
You rewound at this point too. Do they not have a back of their house?
I don't.
Does this explain how in Magic Xylophone, Dad can go from one end of the house to the other because there's just no back of their house? Because that was their playroom when they're running around the house. Bandit runs inside through the back of the house, which seems to be 100% open.
I'm gonna rewatch that right now.
Okay.
In this moment, Mike and Greg loop back to the episode and rewatch it again for the third time of that day, just to find out if the Healer family has a back to their house. Back to the show.
He says the word too.
Yeah. So for those watching along at home at the 3:30 mark, they're 2:30 3:30.
3:30. Yes.
At the 3:30 mark in the episode, Bandit is chasing the kiddos around the house, and the back of their house is completely wide open. There's like 2 walls missing, almost like it's a set, It's half of their house is missing, which again makes sense why in Magic Xylophone Dad could get from one end of the house to the other because
They don't have walls.
they don't have, at least in this episode.
This episode?
This episode of Bluey is called "We Don't Have Any Walls."
I can't.
But
Flabber with a side of Gaston. What? Okay, cool.
well, we have the Bluey playset at the house, and to be fair, the Bluey playset does not also have walls on the back of it. So
I was gonna ask, does it come with
it
walls?
It does make sense. It is canonical. But we like to learn something every episode, and actually, Mike, you brought a word of the day calendar with us, didn't you?
A word of the day calendar. I'm learning about cricket. I'm learning about how architecture works and all that kind of stuff. And also, guess what? There's a new word of the day. Reprobates.
You did it. You sounded it out perfectly. What does reprobate mean? Please use it in a sentence.
So this is a cool new segment I might bring in here. Is what I would like to call the Bandit Bro Tips. And he's going to teach us things in each episode that he's in. This Bandit Bro Tip is the word reprobate. Reprobate is an unprincipled person, often used humorously. There's a hill over there. I'm going to die on it.
Nailed it in one. But that's
Or affectionately.
I'm gonna guess with a good guy Bandit. This is an affectionate reprobate.
I'm going to be over here.
Oh, good man. I'll be your rock. So, statues was fun and all, but we're on to a new game now.
Uh-oh.
We're pretty much just playing Ding Dong Ditch. They don't name this game, but that's
Yeah,
basically
they're
what they got
kinda-
here. We're hitting the doorbell. Again, super dad playing along, making it fun, making it great. And again, poor little Bingo. She wants to play too. She wants to ring the doorbell. Good big sister. Again, Bluey rocking it this episode.
She came in hot. She did.
Picks her
She
up.
really did, man.
Gets them caught,
Yep.
but that's okay.
Because they do it what? They do it twice. Got away. Third time. Got caught.
Got. Bandit chasing him down. Bandit catches Bluey, playing with Bluey. Focusing on, again, that's one of the hard things too. 2-kid life. There's going to be time when you're giving one kid full attention.
Yep.
That means the other kid's going to feel a little bit left out. And that's what happens to poor Bingo here. Because Bingo finds the coolest looking little bug in the world little leaf bug in the backyard. And God, the scene.
So
The animation used to show Bingo
you mean
with the bug on her nose.
like the 3D,
not
the 3D look,
kind of like 3D, like the depth, like the more detail on her face, like the detailing on her nose.
Yeah.
It was just beautiful. Like it was like something that the show doesn't do. Like we've talked about.
It was
before,
the
how
first time I think
animation-
the show did it.
Yeah, it's how the animation is so simple and simplistic, but they can draw so much emotion. That quick moment there was just like powerful, and like the joy in Bingo from this little leaf bug that she wanted to share with her dad.
Did you cry?
Not at this point.
Oh!
Not at this point. Not at this point.
We're looking, folks. We're looking.
But man, it was just beautiful. And again, this all happens in like 10, 15 minutes because Mom's back from a run.
Minutes. Show's not that long.
Well, like in real time. Like this isn't like the entire day has been this. This has been like
timing
one quick day of play.
Yep.
And again, another clutch, just Bandit being Bandit, holding back Bluey, trying to hug her mom. Why did you just run? What's going on?
God,
Whoops, sorry.
Oh,
you know.
That is drink that moment in. That's you can't get her. You can't not quite
But man, and then to kind of show that this was just like a quick moment of the day, we have like an ocean of other stuff happening. We've got making crawfish for dinner.
Yep.
We've got,
you're talking about the clips of moments?
Yeah.
Washing Dad's hair.
Playing, brushing
bathtub.
teeth together, shooting star firing off in the background. You know, as Bandit just kind of, and I've had those days where you're just
you lie down
and you just collapse into a pile.
The star goes. So that moment, what they do in that second when they do 5 different spots showcases what exists as a parent for 6 months. It's so quickly done, and it's just like that's what makes the show really good. Is you see that second and you watch that for 10 seconds and you're like, yeah.
And that's how and again, getting a little deep on this one, that's kind of like childhood encapsulated. You know, you don't remember every second of every day, but you remember the special things. And statues was special, and the leaf bug was special. You know, I don't remember what I had for dinner. I don't remember bath time.
Right.
You remember the key moments, and that's what, you know, Bandit does. He gives these girls such special moments, and it's just a beautiful thing. But then we get the heartbreak time. Then we get, you know...
Why are you going to make it heavy? It could have been... That's it. All right, thanks for listening, everybody. We'll have a good one.
And that's why, again, why the show's so darn good. They could have just ended it there, and with Bluey saying, "Is there going to be more weekend tomorrow?" There is. Yay! Credits.
The weekends aren't done though.
Then we get to poor Bingo, and
She
again,
asked, though,
happened.
Doesn't Bluey ask, "Is tomorrow more weekend?"
Yes. Well, that's what I'm saying. It could have ended there and just been nice and happy and fine.
I cut you off there. I'm
sorry. But then we get Mom checking on Bingo, and she's sad. And then we cut back to Dad, who's just kind of collapsed in a pile on the floor. And again, he's the best dad in the world.
Outside of the two.
Well, obviously. But Mom says, "Dad, we need you," in an instant. Not like just like, here I come. He's there. And Bingo's just real sad. Because Bingo remembered, and again, that's how kids' minds work, you know, just hours and hours and hours ago, that time that I wanted Dad there and he wasn't there. And her little heartbreak. You know, as a parent, you never want to be the reason your kid's sad. And it just, it got me. It tugged. I'm not sure if this was official tears watching it. But this was some deep feels. This was some deep feels. And again, does it like a champ. She says, you know, I'm sad. I saw the leaf bug and you missed it. And he just like sincere voice, you know, "I know, but I had a rough day too. I bought this statue and it ended up being magic." And just Bingo's like, "Dad, it was me.
It was me all along."
Like a grand reveal. What? Oh my god.
Like a Vince McMahon, it was me, Austin.
Just if somebody wants to make that meme, put
Bingo
Put
underneath
bingo.
Vince
Put
McMahon.
bingo in the Vince McMahon hoodie. Tweet it at us at Watching Bluey, please. Tweet it right our way. Oh my gosh.
Please, thank you. Please.
It's me all along, Bandit.
It was me, Bandit.
But
Me all
just, oh my gosh. The sadness just turned into joy just by, again, committing to the bit. One of your favorite things to say about Bandit. He does it. He doesn't turn off.
my dude.
Nailing it, fixing the day, saving the day, and not a smile. Leave the door cracked in case the leaf bug wants to come back in.
Dude, that sweet little bit at the end, where she's just like, just leave it, because it brings it back to how much fun you want to have, and she says this much because she spreads her arms out like this much fun, and then she says at the end, leave it cracked this much.
Yeah.
Like it's just effing cute, man.
And again, a lot of the feel, like I can relate to it, because night time's cranky time for kiddos. It's when things gets hard, you're tired, you're exhausted. And poor Bingo had a big day for such a little girl. And it was starting to overwhelm. It was starting to overwhelm, and Bandit comes in with the last second save to end the night with a smile. And that's why he is MVP all the time. Dad of the year.
So, Greg,
Yes, sir.
what was your favorite thing?
My favorite thing was the leaf bug. That just 10 seconds focusing in, so all the detail work on Bingo's face with that bug was still animated the same way. It was Bingo who was animated different, almost like it was coming from the bug's perspective looking at Bingo. Mm-hmm. It was just beautiful animation on a beautiful show. Loved it. Hey, Mike, what was your favorite thing?
It's a tough one. It's a tough. I think as a father of a 4-year-old, I think my favorite thing was Bingo responding with giggles while she was picked up as a statue, because it showed her excitement, her
kid joy.
Yeah. There was a certain level of just
giddiness. You know you're doing something right when your kid's laughing like that when you guys are having playtime.
Right. So that's my vote. Yes.
Right. Who's your favorite character?
I'm gonna give it to your kid. I'm gonna give it to the little one. All right. She gets one in my book. I'm gonna give it to Bingo.
Well,
in this episode, I personally think she had a huge experience in this episode. It was not a Bingo centric episode, but I think that.
But in a lot of ways, she stole the show.
Yeah,
in the end.
I think there were a lot of fun things that made her get the episode. So, yeah, I'm gonna give it to the Bing. Boom. Hey, Greg.
Yes, sir.
Who's your favorite character?
Oh, it's mark it down. Episode 5. First time we're gonna both pick the same character.
Uh-oh.
I know. Or episode 6. Whoops.
Swing
we
and
picked
miss.
the same character. Because this is Bingo. 100%. It was just too perfect, too beautiful. I mean, again, these aren't adults. These aren't adults doing kid voices. These are kids acting and doing such a phenomenal job.
Yeah.
Tugging at your heartstrings.
Yeah.
100% Bingo all the way.
Ouch.
So, based on that, what do you rank this one?
Do I try to take his method? I'm going to give this episode 35 leaf insects out of 35 and a half. Greg?
That's pretty impressive and very confusing math. I am going to give this one, wow, I was going to say leaf insects too. You stole it from me.
I knew it!
You no good so-and-so. I'm going to give this one 100 bingos. Because this was pure Bingo, pure beauty, pure joy. Loved every second of it.
Yeah, it was.
Loved every second of it.
It was okay. So I think for everybody listening, this is probably the first episode we watched that you get towards the end of it. We had to pause it pulled a couple strings of our hearts.
It's definitely the first one that has like a lot of heart, a lot of emotion, a lot of feels, which we're gonna get a lot of in this show.
Buckle up, Buttercups.
Can't wait.
Yep. So
all right, that brings us to the end here today, good friends. Just a reminder, please follow us at Watching Bluey. Make sure you catch David McCormick as the composer in 5 Bedrooms, and Melanie Zanetti in the show The End. Both excellent performances, I'm sure.
Oh, sounds like we're getting to the end.
But we started with a dad joke, we end with a dad joke. What else can you expect when 2 bandits are watching Bluey? So for Mike, I'm Greg saying...
Wait, you're Mike?
For Mike, I'm Greg saying...
I'm Mike.
And I'm Greg.
Yep.
It's got to be done.
It's got to be done. Bye, guys.